Hello JJ Tribe, hello yoga community, and welcome back to the Yoga Mat with me. Today I'm coming to you from Capella Resort and Marina, located in St. Lucia, where my husband and I have been living on Alfie here and thoroughly enjoying ourselves. Today I'm bringing you an arm balance workshop style class where we're focusing on Bakasana, crow pose, and Ekapada Galavasana, flying pigeon pose. Both really incredible postures that do require leg strength, core strength, and hip mobility. And we're gonna work through all of that. At the end of the practice, we'll get to the arm balances. So if you're a beginner at this whole flying high thing, don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through it. We're gonna energize all of the right muscles. And at the very end, we'll all have an opportunity to play and fly high in our postures together. And if you're looking for more information about these postures and today's sequence, head on over to my blog post. There's a full breakdown of why this sequence works. And if you're a yoga teacher, you can especially go there and feel free to reuse my sequence in your yoga classes too. So with that said, please unroll your yoga mat and let's begin to fly high together. All right, Yoga Tribe, we're gonna start lying down on our backs. I do wanna mention we're gonna move a little bit quicker in today's class, more of like a 2-breath movement kind of thing. So if you're feeling rushed, pause, reconnect, meet me back where you can, all right? So lie down onto your backs. And let's bring the left knee into our chest for Ardha Appanasana. Right leg is active, toes are flexed towards your face. Big inhale, breath. And exhale that left knee over to your right side for a supine twist. The left arm stretches out to the side. Maybe you gaze in the left direction. I love supine twists. And inhale brings your left knee back up. Meet me in half happy baby. So the left peace fingers can clasp around the left big toe. As you bring the left knee down towards the earth with your arm strength, and that right leg is still active. The foot is flexed. Take a big breath with me. Bend your right knee, place your right foot on the earth, come into supine figure 4. So cross your left ankle over your right knee, and then hug the knee package into the chest, interlacing the hands behind the upper thigh. And take 2 breaths here, bringing everything closer to your chest as you send the left knee away from you. Okay, keep everything as it is. Feet are flexed, but release your hands and reach your hands up towards the sky and on the inside of your left toes. So in flying pigeon pose, you are in this shape, baby. So you're already flying. You've already done the pose. 2 more breaths. And release everything down. Extend the left leg long, right knee into the chest. Take a big breath with me in Ardha Appanasana. And bring that right knee across the body, supine twist, right arm stretches out to the side. Maybe you gaze in that direction. Oh, breathe into your right side. An inhale breath brings your knee back up towards the sky. Meet me in half happy baby. The peace fingers can wrap around the big toe, or you can hold the knife edge. And then use your arm strength to hug the knee closer to the earth. Left leg is active. Take a breath with me. Bend that left knee, plant the foot on the earth, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and meet me in figure 4 pose. Both feet are flexed. Maybe you're wrapping your hands behind the upper thigh or the shin. And breathe for 2. All right, same thing as the other side. Keep your legs exactly as they are. Release your hands, reach them up towards the sky, and lift the chest up off the earth. Engage your core. Hello, flying pigeon pose. You already did the posture. How incredible. Another breath here. And release everything down to the earth. Feet plant, knees are bent. Take a moment with me. Coming into mini crunches, so bring your hands to rest atop your thighs. Back of the neck is long. Hug the core to the back of the spine or to the back of your mat. On an inhale breath, slide your fingers towards your knees. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, lower down. We've got 10. This is 5. 5 more. Last one. And lower all the way down. Clasp the back of your thighs. Begin to rock forward and back on your mat. We'll meet in a tabletop position. As always, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, bringing your hips over your knees. And we're going to move through cat-cow, but we're only going to make the cat shape. So firm up your tabletop pose. On an inhale breath, round the back, drop the tailbone, release head and neck, and exhale, tabletop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tabletop. Again. 2 more times. Last one. Bringing our awareness to that back flexion, which we're going to have to recreate in both arm balances. From here, coming into baby chaturangas, guide your knees back just a little bit. Come up onto them. You might need to blanket up your knees here. We're going to do 5 together. So big inhale breath. Exhale, baby chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Elbows stay right by the rib cage. Lower. Lift. Core is active. 2 more. Last one, we're going to lower for 5 all the way to the earth. Here we go. Take your time. Once you get down there, extend the legs long. Keep the hands by the low ribs. Magnetize the elbows together. Hug the core in as the tailbone goes towards the heels. And inhale, breath, cobra pose. It's a lot of cues for one pose. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe with me for 3. And lower down. Push up plank pose. Meet me in downward facing dog. First, Adho Mukha Svanasana for me and for you, of course. So start to walk your dog out, bicycling the legs, maybe bending both knees, taking the feet as wide as your mat. Of course, coming into your breath. We tend to lose that, so invite it back in. On an inhale breath, gaze forward, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Feel your arms engage, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. We're gonna move through lizard sun salutations. That's my name for them. Just follow my cues. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, step back plank. Inhale, the left knee to the left tricep. Exhale, step it outside the wrist. Inhale, lizard pose for a breath, long spine. Exhale, plank. Inhale, right knee, right tricep. Step it outside the wrist. Lizard pose, one breath. Take it back, plank pose. Meet me in downward facing dog. Maybe you want a full vinyasa there. Breathe. From down dog, shift forward to plank. On an inhale, left knee to left tricep again. Step it outside the wrist. Drop down lizard pose. Take it back, plank. Inhale, right knee to right tricep. Step it, lizard pose for a breath. Take it back, plank. Meet me in down dog. We've got one more after this. Maybe you move through a full vinyasa there. Chaturanga to up dog to down dog. You choose what you want. Okay, bring it forward, plank pose. Last round of these. Inhale, the left knee to left tricep. Step it outside the wrist. Lizard pose for a breath. This time, let's actually hold for a few breaths. I like to tent up onto my fingertips to find more length through my whole body. You can also use blocks here under your hands. And now soften the knee down, coming into a relaxed lizard. Enjoy this sensation. If your hands are TP'd, bring them back flat to the earth. Curl the right toes under. Step back, plank pose. On an inhale, bring that right knee to the right tricep. Plant it outside. Come into lizard. Let's hold here. Nice active back leg. Long spine. And soften that knee down. Maybe you tent back up onto those fingertips again. Bring your hands flat to the earth, curl the toes under, step back, plank pose. You choose vinyasa or not. We all meet in downward facing dog. Once we get there, inhale that left leg high to the sky, square the hips off, lift with your hamstring. You're gonna need those hamstrings to lift off later. Bring it through knee to nose, rise up, crescent pose. Firm your base. This foot, the left foot, is your solidity here. It's your stability. Push down through the core of your foot as you rise up and lift those fingertips high. Take an inhale. Exhale the right arm underneath the left, eagle arms, elbows in line with the shoulders. Breathe with me. It is hot in St. Lucia, everyone. All right, release the hands, bring them to the hips. We're stepping into figure four pose. So gaze forward, find a drishti point, step forward, cross the right foot over the left knee. Once you get that connection, flex the right foot as you drop the hips, send the booty back, but stay lifted through the heart here. So you want to think a little baby back bend going on. This is our preparation for flying pigeon. Once we get there, we'll put our hands on the earth and lift up high. One more breath. Inhale, lift up, release, Tadasana, mountain pose. Sweep the arms high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold through the midline. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift. Exhale, your way to down dog. Same other side. So inhale that right leg high. Extend through the heel, lift with your hamstring. And bring the knee through, plant the foot, rise up, crescent pose. Push down through the core of the right foot as you inhale to rise. Once you get there, left arm comes underneath the right for eagle pose. Elbows in line with the shoulders, send the hands away from the face. Breathe with me. Unravel the hands, bring them to the hips, gaze forward, push off the back leg, meet me in standing figure 4, cross that left ankle over the right knee, flex the left foot, drop the hips, reach through the crown of the head. Couple breaths here. And inhale to rise up. Sweep those arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, your way to down dog. Once you get to down dog, we're gonna come into Malasana. So if you wanna try hopping your way there, you can, or just step your feet there. But everyone, let's meet in Malasana Yogi Squat. Toes out, heels in. Shimmy that bum towards the earth. Elbows inside the knees to push them out. Hands at prayer to lift the chest. We're here for 5 breaths. I want you to visualize yourself flying, because that's where we're headed next. Breathe. If Malasana is too much for you, sit atop a block here on the second height. Super supportive. There's a breeze here. All right, open your eyes. So, for my crowers who crow consistently, you are free to play. I encourage you to try crow to chaturanga, crow to shirshasana, headstand, and then maybe back to crow again. Play with crow toe tap. So when you're in crow, tapping your toes to your wrists. Maybe you're playing with a single-legged crow, okay? And also you have full permission to go into flying pigeon and play as well. For my newbies, we're gonna come together on this journey, okay? So you would bring yourself into that Malasana-like shape. Here we are. And if this is too much for you, you can be up on your toes, all right? Or you can even have your feet on blocks. Hands plant on the earth. Nice, big hands. Spread those fingertips really wide away from each other. And see how my knees are hugging my outer arms? Yeah, that's what we want going on here. So make that knee to arm connection. Start to lift your hips up to the sky and feel that back flexion happening that we practice in eagle pose arms, right? So that's what's happening here. Engage your core, hug it in, gaze forward, and start to become a pendulum. So as you gaze forward and hinge forward, your feet are gonna lift off the ground. It's just the natural, natural motion of balance, okay? So start to lift the hips towards the sky. Hug the outer arms with your knees. Gaze forward, core up and in. Maybe you lift a foot, maybe you lift another foot. You're not that far from the ground if you fall, and bring it back down. Practice that a few times. You can also put a block right in front of your face as like a crash pad or a bolster. If you're feeling pretty good in your crow and you're trying to build up more, let's bring the knees in a lot closer. Hands plant. Notice that I'm starting in a very different position. We bring the knees as high as we can into the armpits. This is working into crane pose. I come up onto the very tips of my toes like a ballerina. Hinge forward, and lift off. And maybe you begin to straighten your arms. Okay, so if you're hanging out in Crowland, hang there. I'm gonna move to Flying Pigeon with you. So we start in a standing figure 4 pose, like so, just like we were in. We plant the hands on the earth. If you can't plant your hands on the earth, you're gonna have to work into your hips a little bit more over time. We plant the hands. Notice how these toes, the left toes, are wrapping like a monkey around my upper arm. This is what creates the stability to stay lifted. The left knee comes to the back of my left arm. You need chaturanga-like arms to get there. A lot of back flexion, core strength. And then to lift off, you need your hamstring to pull the heel towards your glute. Once you're there, maybe you start to lift the leg high. And lower down. I'll take it to the other side with you. And then we're gonna simmer down now, and you can continue to play after this. So switch up your figure 4 if you're with me. Hands plant. Notice the monkey toes on the outside of my left arm. Chaturanga-like arms. Start to hinge forward. Back flexion, core strength, hamstring strength to lift the heel towards my glute. And then maybe you extend. And lower down. Whew. Okay, kicking my own butt here. If you want to keep playing, you can pause this video before we start to cool down. But if you're ready to cool down with me, lie down on your back. We're going to come into a quick figure 4 twist and then end in a sweet moment in Shavasana together. So right ankle over the left knee. Invite the whole leg package to fall to the left side of your mat. Use your left hand to push, guide the right knee away from the body. Right hand can come out to goalpost, or you can bring it overhead. Breathe from your right fingertips all the way to your right hip. And begin to bring everything back through to center. Use your core strength to lift those legs. Switch it up. Left foot crosses over the right knee. Guide the leg package down to the right. The right hand guides the left knee away from the chest. And then bring that left arm overhead and feel the length from the left fingertips all the way to the left hip. Feels good, right? Breathe with me here. And from where you are, transition into Supta Baddha Konasana, so butterfly pose lying down. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. If you have blocks, I highly suggest bringing them underneath your upper thighs. It feels so good. If you don't have blocks, you can make a fist and bring it to the outside of your legs. And that'll do the trick too. So here we are, our final posture together. If you prefer traditional Shavasana, please take it, extend the legs long. But we'll be here for a few minutes. Make any final movements you need. Big inhale through the nose. Out the mouth. One more time, big inhale. Let it go. Let all of the effort you just created melt away. Let yourself rest. Be grateful for the movement you just created and engaged in. And give yourself permission to relax. To seal this practice, Shavasana. Option to stay here for as long as you can, or begin to extend the legs long if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana. Shimmy your hips around a bit. Bring your legs together, reach your arms overhead, big breath. Bend your knees and come to your favorite side for fetal pose, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Resting here, being really proud of yourself for showing up and doing the work with me. On an inhale, push into the earth, lift your torso, meet me in a seated position. Root down through your sitting bones, rise up through your spinal column, through your energetic system. Inhale to sweep your arms out to the side. Gather up the energy we created here today. Palms touch. Exhale those hands down through heart center. Connect your thumb into your sternum. We'll close with a big Om together. Big inhale. Bring your thumb to your forehead, gently bow. The strength in me sees, honors, and respects the strength that lies within you. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. If you are intrigued by arm balances, I will link to the plethora of other arm balance classes that I have here for you. Grasshopper pose, flying pigeon, crow pose, 8-angle pose, side crow pose. There's the whole family here. So I'll link to all of those in the description below. As always, if you're not part of our tribe, come join us. We are waiting for you, and I'll meet you back here next week to continue living our journey.
The end didn't record.
Yes, it did. On that one, it didn't. Babe, there's so many videos of us having this conversation. Like, I think people are going to get tired of it.
Bye.
Bye.